happens. You've done your research. I've seen the first
2 episodes. It's amazing. I'm a huge Taylor Sheridan fan. Who isn't? But it's amazing. And please, I'm going to ask you this, but it seems to me that he does write women characters really well.
Yes.
Would that be a fair thing to say?
Yeah, especially, I think, in our show. It's been described as Taylor's feminine side. And really, he's writing through the gaze of women and these amazing characters that he's drawn.
It's a lovely show. I'm loving it. I can't wait for the West.
We are here for Taylor leaning into his feminine side. Now, as we know, it follows this family, the Clybourne family. Can you tell us a bit more about your characters and just the show in general? A bit more.
I play Stacey Clybourne, and I am the matriarch of the family based in New York. And a tragedy fractures the family and then actually pulls it back together in ways that were unexpected. And, you know, it's a story about, you know, it's tender and visceral and actually unexpectedly funny at times. And it's a story about self-discovery and the...
Complicated, isn't it?
I would say it is. I would say it has probably been fractured with time and space, and New York is a place that can be quite distracting. And I think it says so much in the first scene where you see all of us together at a restaurant and we're all on our phones, and I think that it's been a long time since we've really seen each other. And I think Abigail is a very strong woman who might not have a huge amount of confidence and maybe has some grand ideas that hasn't really had the follow through, and I think has known deep down that she's let Stacey down many times in her choices, one of which was her ex-husband. But I think that the beauty of this story and the surprising thing for Abigail is finding that through this tragedy, being in a place that's quite foreign to her has woken her up to hope, which I don't think she's really experienced in a long time, and reconnecting with someone that she respects and loves so much that I think she misses the relationship with dearly. And working with Michelle, I mean, you can't, the chemistry that you get between each other is just, it is there or it's not. So you're lucky to have it, or you have to just work with what you have. But I feel like Michelle and I really, the words were there, the writing was there clearly, but we stepped into this mother-daughter.
We just had to show up and let it fly.
And listen and just trust. And this crew and our incredible director, Christina, really set the tone. And we are so lucky we could dance in this environment.
Well, speaking of chemistry, your husband is played by Kurt Russell. And Kurt was here on Monday, as it happens. And we were talking about Tequila Sunrise and the fact that that was 37 years ago when you worked together last, and he couldn't have been more complimentary, absolutely adores you. How was it for you?
Well, I adore him too, and scheduling issues. So, but when I heard his name, I thought, of course, it has to be Kurt. And nobody was willing to move off of it until we made it happen. And you know, he didn't disappoint. He's the same old Kurt that I knew all those years ago, and unbelievably supportive and just
nice bloke.
Joyous.
Yeah, he's just so full of life.
Yeah.
He's a real, like, charming, wonderful, kind soul.
Right on. Now, we need to talk about the location, Beau. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. It plays such a massive part in the series. You know, we see the family adapting to country life, but in real life, that's not really a big problem for you because you're quite a country girl.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Los Angeles, but on the outskirts, and I now live in a beautiful place called Tofino, British Columbia, and we are at the edge of the earth.